Come on. I've got something I want to talk with you about. Once upon a time in the Black community.
What would you say that people can say, that was good or bad for Black people in particular about the Obama presidency? Because a lot of the perception amongst a lot of Black people here is that, the neighborhood is still the same. You still have 45% Black unemployment rate in Southside Chicago where Obama lived. And I would just say if he just tweeted about it a few times, that right there might drive people to action if he even acknowledged it. It almost seems that Trump has this, part of his Trump card, if you will, pun intended, is that he can tweet about the things that Obama never touched, and basically say, look, at least I'm talking about it. At least I'm talking about Black people. Your own Black president didn't seem to really even want to talk about your issues at all, right? I don't know.
That was a tragedy of Obama. I mean, he was always pretty much a Democratic centrist. His views were not very different from Hillary. She probably was to the left of him. She probably would have done more for Black people than he did. He was always caught up in, I'm not a Black president, I'm the nation's president.
I'm not Black, I'm OJ. Okay.
I remember I interviewed him in 2004. I was working with Willie Gary's television station at the time. At the convention, I was lucky enough to snag him. We know people in common, Charles Ogletree, others. So we're having a very, very lovely conversation until I ask him about reparations. At which point, my man jumps up off the chair and says, "Turn that camera off." He has a total.
Oh, wait! Don't skim over that story. Are y'all as shocked as I am? So tell us more. So you talked to President Obama.
So I was able to get. He was senator then.
Senator Obama. Okay.
Well, so I was able to get. In fact, he was a state senator. Then he hadn't even run for Senate. Remember, he was a keynote speaker at the 2004 Democratic Convention. When I asked about reparations, he totally went off. He jumped off the chair. He said, turn off the microphone. We're not recording this. And, he did not even want to be in the same sentence, in the same room with reparations.
If you wait on cash payments to come out of reparations, you're going to wait forever. It's not going to happen. So what you got to do, let me talk. Don't put that in my face.
Why are you touching me?
Okay, all right. I'm going to leave you alone.
Cut the check. Tell Nancy Pelosi to cut the check.
Yeah.
You do that for me?
She's the treasurer.
Cut the check. Somebody better cut the check. Well, reparations are owed, sir.
Talk to the
ADOS. You're not going to run away from this issue, Congressman.
Oh, I'm not trying to run away from it.
It seems like you are. You're walking away right now.
Oh.
Cut the check, Congressman.
Right.
Cut the check. Okay. ADOS, you're not going to walk away from this, Congressman.
And because there's never any shortage of gaslighting from the actual beneficiaries of the civil rights movement.
What is going on with you? You didn't get your breakfast on time.
I got plenty of breakfast.
Well,
you can tell, right?
Let's talk about it.
All
Let's
right.
do some social work.
I'm doing well. Listen, but I gotta go. But I appreciate the fish fry and everything. I did want to ask though. Reparations is a big thing.
Look, reparations are big with me. I'm the only one doing the bill. Why y'all keep fucking with me on that? I'm the only one doing the bill.
But how can people tell the difference between the real, genuine thing of Black Lives Matter and the ones that are just designed to make you not vote? How do you even tell?
So you can tell right away by the language that they use most of the time. But if you see anyone who says basically tangibles or you're not getting our vote without us getting something back, you should start to pause and take a better look at what they're saying.
Do you support reparations for Black people?
Well, listen, again, we had over 200 years of slavery. We had Jim Crow for almost a century. We had legalized discrimination and segregation, and now we have segregation and discrimination that is not legal but still exists and is a barrier to progress. We have disparities around housing. We have disparities around education. We have disparities around income. And we have to recognize that everybody did not start out on an equal footing in this country. And in particular, black people have not. And so we have got to recognize that and do something about that and give folks a lift up. That's why, for example, I'm proposing the LIFT Act. Give people who are making $100,000 or less as a family a tax credit, which will benefit and uplift 60% of black families who are in poverty.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
So by default, it affects black families, but there's not a particular policy for African Americans that you would explore.
But no, if you look at the reality of who will benefit from certain policies, when you take into account that they're not starting at the same place and they're not starting on equal footing, it will directly benefit black children, black families, black homeowners, because the disparities are so significant. So if we focus on the specific issues that have resulted in the greatest disparities, and we understand that that's part of why we're doing it. Listen, the reality also is this: any policy that will benefit black people will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that.
And this, folks, is where she goes completely off the rails.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No, because whatever benefits that black family will benefit that community and society as a whole and the country, right?
You don't have our check, you won't get no vote. No check, no vote.
You did well.
We have been, for all of our existence, fighting for reparations.
You lying ass bitch.
Made every candidate pledge to it.
Jumps up off the chair and says, "Turn that camera off."
Made every candidate pledge to it.
If you wait on cash payments to come out of reparations, you're going to wait forever. It's not going to happen.
Made every candidate pledge to it.
Why y'all keep fucking with me on that?
Made every candidate pledge to it.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
You're not getting our vote without us getting something back. Tangibles.
Here's how I feel about this. You know how I was talking earlier about how people are so transactional? I think we need to be transactional voters.
What? Do it.
I think, yes, it is right when we are trying to get folks to register to vote and to go vote, and it is absolutely right that we remind everyone of our history, especially when they're trying to erase it. We remind people of the lives, the bloodshed on the Edmund Pettus Bridge, the sacrifice of those young people at the lunch counter, the assassination of Dr. King. There are so many things that we must remember about history so that what compels us to vote includes not only our civic duty, but honoring the ancestors. Yes, and here's what I'm suggesting in addition. Get yours.
Tangibles.
Vote and say, I'm voting because I expect something out of this.
Tangibles.
You're not going to take for granted that I'm going to vote because I'm a good citizen and it's my civic duty to vote, so that you don't even worry about whether you're producing what I need because, oh, we can count on them to vote because they remember the Edmund Pettus Bridge.
Think come for me?
I'm saying it's okay to also give people permission to be transactional.
You're not getting our vote without us getting something back.
And to say, if you're going to get my vote, this is what I expect.
Tangibles.
I'm going to vote because I expect to get something out of this.
You're not getting our vote without us getting something back.
I'm going to get mine by voting.
Tangibles.
That's what I would offer. I think it's okay to give people permission to be transactional voters.
It's ironic.
Why y'all keep fucking with me on that? Why y'all keep fucking with me on that? Why y'all keep fucking with me on that?